This is the end of chapter questions in problem 13.8. We're going to solve this problem using the option portfolio spreadsheet. Okay, so today is December 3rd, 2018. The asset price is $121. Its volatility is 18.5, and the continuously compounded risk-free interest rate is 5.5%. You sell 6,000 European call options with a strike of 133 and maturity July 3rd, 2019. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get the market data into the spreadsheet. Okay, so here's our spreadsheet. Here's the option portfolio spreadsheet. We can see the balance sheet is empty, so there's nothing in the spreadsheet. December 3rd, 2018, $121. 18.5% volatility, risk-free rate of 5.5. Okay, so we're going to book some options. So we're going to click the option button. And the number of options we're booking, we are short. We've sold them. So minus 6,000 call options with a strike of 133 and a maturity of July 3rd, 2019. We're going to book them at fair price, so that's 3.790478. And if you look at the problem for a second, you'll see 121 is the asset price. The option price is 3.790478, which means we have set the problem up correctly. We book the option, and we can see the options have gone into the portfolio. The payment for the option has gone into the portfolio. The present value of the position, we've booked it at fair value, so the present value of the position is 0. And we can see here the value, or present value versus spot. As spot gets very small, we lose the money on the option, or the option's value goes to 0. We're short, so we make money. How much? 22,742. And if the option price gets very big, we're going to lose quite a bit of money. Okay, so let's go back to the problem for a second. To hedge our position, how many shares do we buy or sell? We're going to assume that we can only trade a whole number of shares. Okay, so we can see our delta here, 2,126.11. To hedge, we're going to buy 2,126 shares. I click the asset button. It's rounded the number of shares to 2 decimal places. We just want whole shares, so we're going to 2126. We book the asset. We can see our delta is now mostly hedged. We can see this, I call it a frown shape in the present value versus spot. We're sitting here at the top. Whichever direction, approximately whichever direction it moves, the move costs us 0, but of course the bigger the move, the gamma kicks in and we lose more money. Okay, so that was part A. Part B, the market moves to 123.5. We rebalance our delta hedge by buying or selling shares. How many do we need? Okay, so the market moves to 123.5. We lose some money, $413.11. We're going to rebalance our delta by buying 332 shares, just rounding to the nearest share. So we're going to buy 332 shares. Again, our delta is small. Effectively, what this does is it locks in that $413.11 loss. Go back to the problem. That was part B. Part C, the market moves to 125. You close out your entire position. What is your P&L? So the market moves to 125. We've now lost $563.55. When we close out our position, assuming we close out our position at fair value, this loss is going to be all that's left. So let's do that first. So let's get rid of our, for example, let's get rid of our asset position by selling 2,458 shares. In fact, let's do it this way. Let's get rid of the option position first. So we get rid of the option position. We're going to buy back 6,000 call options with a strike of 133. Maturity was, 7/3/2019. They're now worth 538.4737. Again, if I look at the problem statement, there's that 538.4737. So we've got things set up correctly. I am buying them back. My option position is now gone. I'm left with this asset position. I'm long 2,458 shares, so I'm going to sell 2,458 shares. Let's book that. And I'm left with nothing but a loss of $563.55. So basically everything's come out of the spreadsheet except for the loss, which is the loss due to our delta hedging activity.